Shalom. Let me double check. All right, mic's on. Call Holaim La Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And sincere shalom to the 144,001 Now, not only is this government shutdown going to affect people with SNAP, it's also going to affect not just a government shutdown, but also what's going to affect these Babylonians is this Section 8. So let's get into it. President Trump's proposed 2026 budget includes significant cuts to HUD HUD, which goes into this Section 8. The proposal must be approved by Congress, and if enacted, the changes would take effect in 2026. But the final outcome is uncertain, and is more than likely going to get cut. It says replaced by state block grants. The federal Section 8 program would be eliminated and replaced by a system where states receive block grants to run their own rental assistance programs. Time limits on assistance. For most households, rental assistance would be limited to a 2-year period. So I don't know how long Section 8, I think it was indefinitely. All right. But now it's two years. Funding cuts. The proposal includes a large reduction in funding for the Department of Housing and Urban Development. That's what HUD stands for. With the cuts to rental assistance estimated at around 40%. Potential loss of assistance. Millions of low-income households could lose access to affordable housing. Uncertainty for families. The 2-year time limit could significantly impact working families, as many may not be able to achieve self-sufficiency within that time frame, potentially leading to displacement. Increased strain on states. States would need to administer their own programs, which advocates worry could lead to gaps in assistance if the funding provided is assistance insufficient. So that basically means the feds are going to head it over to the state, and the state can do whatever they want. They can make it better or worse, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to make it worse. No immediate changes for now. All right. For now, the rules for the current Section 8 program remain the same. Congressional debate. The proposal is not final. The House and Senate will need to pass spending bills for the fiscal year of 2026, and any final legislation may differ significantly from the initial proposal. Potential administrative changes. Even without congressional approval, the administration could attempt to implement some changes administratively, though this may face legal challenges. So it's prophecy for things like this to go away, because this Section 8 primarily benefits who? Women. Mainly these Shedemites and these Eve, right? Because I think you have to have a child. You have to have a child or 2 childs to get Section 8. And the court automatically is going to give the women a child, right? Let's get this. This is Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So who's the wicked? The Edomites. And who's the seed of the righteous? The Israelites. But guess what? The elect. That's who's going to be delivered. The elect. Not all of Israel. Only the elect is going to be in the kingdom as the first fruits. Okay? And you eat them, you women out there, these 2/3 women, okay, they're finna catch hell with this Section 8 and snapping the children of those women. You know, these women out here have 2-3 baby daddies. All right, 4, 5. I know plenty of women, Eve, right? So-called black woman with 2-3 different baby daddies, right? And have about 3-4 kids total, 5. Have 4 kids, 3 different baby daddies. That's how they get down. It's chaos. This is Babylon the Great. Now, are they gonna cut this? We'll see. We don't know. Are they is the government gonna open back up before this? We don't know. They got a couple days left in order to make this deal. So let's dive into this article right here. Americans brace for food stamps to run out. The greatest hunger catastrophe since the Great Depression. So let's go to Isaiah 32. And 9, Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear to my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. So sooner rather than later, this SNAP is going to be permanently gone. Section 8 permanently gone. And these women out here is going to be hurt. And guess what? No work in Egypt. And who's going to suffer the most? Women and children and the elderly. But primarily the female, all right? The females are going to struggle more than the males in these times to come. And even now, right? Even with these benefits, these women still out here struggling. Especially in these countries like Brazil that don't have these type of benefits for women. So let's scroll through this a little bit. All right, now nearly 42 million people around the country could face the same fate if the federal government shutdown continues and funding for SNAP is cut off on the 1st of November. Now you got to think. 42 million people have SNAP, but that doesn't mean 42 million people are being fed by SNAP. All right, it could be 2-3 people to a household. So this 42 million could actually be 120 million. All right. Or 160 million. It could be half of Babylon. We don't know. But we know that 8-figure digits of people are finna potentially get that belt to behind. All right? If this government shutdown continues and they don't find this resolution with the Democrats and the Republicans. Let's go to Isaiah 32 and 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So these women are about to get a extreme downgrade. They're gonna be out here. Think about it. Women, they have their periods. All right. Women need more care than men do. They're weaker. They're the weaker vessel. So as this place collapses systematically and whatever else, they're going to really feel it. And what is that going to lead to? That's going to lead to Isaiah 4 and 1. So Isaiah 4 and 1 is not women willingly get in order. They're going to be forced. And guess what? If they get in domestic violence, oh well, right? If Isaiah 4 and 1. Hey, Sarah, let's get that account with Sarah. Because Sarah was beating up on one of those maids, man. And she couldn't do nothing. She had to take it. So this is Genesis 16 and 6. All right, hold on. Genesis 16 and 6. And it reads, But Abram said unto Sarah, Behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleaseth thee. Right? So Sarah had control over her maid. And when Sarah dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face. So she was putting belt to behind to her maid, man. So Isaiah 4:1 is going to be the same thing. All right? And you can't do nothing about it. Because you're not going to have no power, no authority. It's going to be 911 is going to be done away with. All right? This is Isaiah 4 and 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel only let us be called by thy name to take away our approach. So they're going to go to primarily the elect, all right, because that's going to be the apex predator, if you will. And the women are going to be like, oh, that's, they're going to see the power, and they're going to go to the elect. The elect men for what? Security, right? Protection, food, whatever else comes with it. That's Isaiah 4:1. And it's going to happen in this era, this eon period, this world, this age. Now let's reread that again if I didn't read it already. Should funding run out at the end of this month, we will have the greatest hunger catastrophe in America since the Great Depression. And I don't say this as a hyperbole. I think it's hyperbole. Let's look that up. Hyperbole. What's a hyperbole? Hyperbole. All right, Salakia. Let's look hyperbole up. Hyperbole. Right. Exaggerated statement or claims not meant to be taken literally. So he's saying this is who? Who is it saying this again? Joel Berg, CEO of Hunger Free America. So this is a credible person. Joel Berg, probably a small hat. Let's look him up. Probably a small hat. No, that's not it. He's saying this is going to be like the Great Depression. He looks like a small hat for sure. Look at his nose. Berg is like an Eastern European type of last name. Like Benjamin Milkowski, right? SNAP supports working families with low-paying jobs, low-income people aged 60 years and older, and people with disabilities living on a fixed income, according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. So guess what? This is going to fail. The vintage shall fail. Let's go back to Isaiah 32. Isaiah 32. And actually, I'm just do verse 12. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. So guess what? They're gonna want these goodies back. They're gonna want to be living that liberty. But it's not gonna be no more liberty. So let's read that. Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. Yeah, these women out here are careless. You see them online talking about they're going to rob the grocery store. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? And I mean, are you crazy for saying that? Letting the world know you're self-incriminating yourself. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. So at some point in time, it's going to come to pass that, yeah, you cooked. And you're going to go out, it's going to go out sad. Let's go to Jeremiah 31 and verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man. And yeah, you've been seeing that. Why? You got Section 8, you got child support, you got SNAP, right? That's how the woman compass the man. The feminism movement with these simps. Right? Let's get this right here. In Micah 7:10. Micah 7:10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, now she be trodden, now shall she be trodden down as a mire in the street, so she gonna get ran through. All right, and I ain't talking about, you know, she gonna get ran through as in she gonna catch hell. Of course, yeah, she gonna get ran through like that too. Gang, sexual assault, all yeah. Oh yeah, man. Go watch them apocalyptic movies. That's how it's gonna be. I mean, it's like that now, but guess what? It's gonna dramatically increase to unknown levels that Babylon the Great has ever seen. Okay? So that's it. All I want Ratazaz is edifying. Shalom.